It's okay. Off your mind, it's okay. Off your mind,
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Mayegun don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Mayegun diary politico, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Can in the touchlight every corner, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get it higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say Mayegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Mayegun diary politico, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not they off in mind, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Mayegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Mayegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Poor man picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Mayegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Mayegun diary politico, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. This man not they off in mind, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Aha. Now you not done here, all these bad politicians, then we call themselves politicians. Where they thief our money, we no want make the common man get waiting supposed get for this country. Una never hear something. Now go hear one, Mayegun, you go show na paper. Mayegun diary political. So my people make you shout, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we laugh, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Mayegun diary politico, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Ha, this one not they off in mind, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo.
Good morning to you. Good afternoon to you. And good evening to you from wherever you are joining us. This is brunch time. Brunch time with Mayegun live. Read the caption of the broadcast, the description of the broadcast, and kindly like it, share it, invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, tell everyone that Mayegun is live. This is that segment where you can actually phone in anytime. But first thing first, share the broadcast. Everyone is catching the fever of coalition announcements. And people are picking their sides. You should not let anybody who is so vested in this Nigeria's politics or the politics of the year 2027. Do not let them lie to you that they are neutral. But here is for me to do my best to point out some of the obvious things. Very much obvious things that people possibly are not paying attention to, but significant. Facebook. In the scheme of things, with the writer of this broadcast, we will be focusing on what they are saying and who is saying what. A lot of people are pretty much interested in this coalition for two reasons. Number one, it is good that the opposition will be coming together to get rid of the APC, even if some of them are indeed criminals. But they will support it if Peter Obi is given the ticket. Others are in on it because somehow, the brains behind the coalition are mostly from northern Nigeria. And in that sense, there are those from that part of the country and their supporters from the southern part of Nigeria who are doing this coalition talk and interest and all that because of Atiku. Now, everyone's got their own interest. But there is an Amaechi, the guy that did everything to be in the good book of the same northern people when Bukwari was in power. Amaechi did a lot, enough that he thought he was going to be the anointed candidate from the south. Koolu pulled a big one on them. Amaechi still came second. Now he's also in it, this coalition, also for himself too, and his own ambition. Both Obi and Amaechi agrees that if they are given the chance, in quote, if they are given the chance, they would not do more than just a single term. In the fact that this unwritten agreement of North-South sharing power, since thiefnubu is there right now from the South, so their conspiracy is then to say they won't be greedy. They will willingly give power back in 2031 to their co-conspirators, or no, their co-coalitionists in 2031. Now here, this was Amaechi yesterday. Also tonight, this morning or this afternoon, we are also going to listen a bit to what Ahmed Datti had to say about the coalition. But the highlight is that I said wherever Obi goes, wherever Obi does, it will be on the side. Now tell everybody that Mayegun today. Mayegun today. Thank you. So thank you so much for joining me. If you are tuning in this hour, this is brunch time with Mayegun. Sorry about that. Somebody complained about that sound. I'll try and fix it. I thought I did, but it seems it's not that fixed. So apologies. So last night, majority of us who were here last night when we were digging further to the reactions of the same politicians from all sides, from thiefnubu's side, from Werewike especially, as well as from the concerned people who have raised concerns, legit concerns about the members of this coalition. There's so much to unpack, but last night we didn't have the chance of taking calls, which means, you know, hearing your own view on the development, right? So we're going to do that this hour. But before we start, or before we get to that part, right, Amaechi is also positioning himself, right, for this coalition ADC thing. And just for your information, it seems, according to them, it seems that this ADC that they are in is possible that it is not their final destination. Because according to them, they are dealing with thiefnubu, right? A man that they considered, you know, very, very, politically tricky. I'll use that fancy word, politically tricky. So they had to be tricky with him too in dealing with him. So they have the plan of another party before their 2023. But their current plan is to congregate where they are now and build it, make you like it. Like in the coming weeks or months, right? You are expected to like this their ADC. Since at present, when you begin to look at the parties involved, Obi and others, right? You realize that they all have their own kind of crowd. Atiku is coming to the coalition with 6.8 million votes, allegedly. Obi is coming with 6.2. There are others too. I don't know what El-Rufai is bringing, and I don't know what Obi and Amaechi is bringing. But somehow, right, he is a contender. And from his own statements on TV last night with Shimwa Kimbaloye, he said, like Obi also said, that if the whole arrangement was somebody to be from the South and complete, the terms for the South, sort of, right? He won't mind to hand over power back to them. So there are those who are shown concerns that if this whole thing, that the first thing that is going to scatter the whole thing is for thiefnubu's people. This was about Atiku. And the moment Atiku becomes the candidate, and he would expect others, right, to support him, the Obidients, those ones who have actually shown willingness to be part of this, they have made it clear, if Obi is not going to be their candidate, they should be counted out. Now, how they're going to maneuver that area, I don't know. But here is somebody that you should also be looking at, not just Obi now, because you have Atiku, you have Obi, you have now you have Obi and Amaechi, in his own words.
In 2027, and you want APC packing. Other than that, how would Nigerians benefit?
Why are you being unfair to us?
Is that not the ultimate goal?
To see. No. The ultimate goal is to see a better Nigeria. I like the president. He said nobody should vote for him in 2027 if he doesn't give power. Do you have power? You know, one thing the president must know, I don't know if he does that. Whatever you do it must not be only, it must not be available, it must be accessible. So when you say, I'll provide education, people must be able to pay for the education. If they have no money to pay, they will not provide education. If you say, okay, first and foremost, he has not provided the power, but let's even assume that he has provided the power. Any power that people can't pay for is not provided. Now, if ADC comes to government, there will be power at an affordable. When I was government, that's what I did. Affordability and accessibility. That is a common word in the cabinet. Every cabinet members know that. So we don't come out and say, okay, we are building primary school fees. No, we said free education. When I was in government as governor, free education at the primary level and free education at the secondary level. I built secondary schools that had 2 children per room, with all the infrastructure in place. All teachers were living on campus in flats of 4 bedrooms, shops, just like my son's school when he was in the UK. That's where I saw it. The primary school I built, I saw in Australia when I was a speaker. Now, so when you say what will ADC do if it got into power, we clear the first and most important thing is to provide food. You can't clear insecurity if the economy is down. I listened to the NSA and the Chief of Defense Staff, where they said the greatest cause of insecurity is poverty, is hunger. So if we are not able to provide food, then this insecurity will continue. And key to ADC and ADC government is that there will be food. There will be food. You see, it's not about the rich. The rich can provide food for themselves. But the poor must have access to those food so that they'll be able to eat. They're not asking for the best the quality of food you're eating.
Are you going to consider, for example, the balance of power?
Between who?
Because we're in the nation. Bola Tinubu will have spent 4 years by 2027. And Peter Obi, for example, said, I won't spend more than one term. Would you be considering that too?
Of
or
course.
is the ADC considering
of course.
a one term for a southerner?
Of course. Let me tell you why. For now, the way Nigeria is, you must keep to that agreement, unwritten agreement that says South 8 years, North 8 years. Okay, that's the question you need to ask. I led a fight against the PDP government. Why? Because there was an agreement that the current government, the government at that time must spend 4 years. And after 4 years, the government reneged. And I said, no, that would be unfair. That would be instability at its peak because the North will react. So the best thing to do is to do what? Is to support another candidate to continue the balance of power. Just like I would be among those saying to the North. No, the South must be allowed to complete their tenure. If the South is not allowed to complete their tenure, then we have made a mistake in supporting.
So if you get a ticket, you only do one term.
Of course.
And Nigerians can trust that.
I've told you.
You know this question.
Nigerians know that I speak my mind. Nigerians know that what I can't do, I will not say, including the minister, including the minister of aviation. They know that, including the president. The president knows that. The day the president left my house, he told everybody that came with him, if there's one person I believe in this about trip is Amaechi. He knows. Anybody who knows me knows I'm open. If I won't do more than 4 years, I will say that. If I will do more than 4 years, I will say I will do more than 4 years.
God damn it. So, Sheung, oh, sorry, did Amaechi expected us, or how do I put it, like, was he expecting us to hear him say, no, I cannot be trusted, do one time bow? Of course he's going to say, yes, I will do it, and then speak other blah, 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 blah around it, you know? So what they are saying is that there is not going to be any form of a concession. And according to them, within themselves, they all agreed to this. They all agreed that they should come together and build the platform and then go and do primaries. Now, those who are concerned, especially, some Obidients, who knows these guys very well, that they would have so much, they have so much money, right, that Peter Obi can compete with them. That if that is the case, they don't know what the arrangement is with Obi and the rest, but they've already had their sort of like, I want to believe they already have their own agreements. So the speculation then is, what if the agreement they had truly is the one they have said to the public, which is they will all come together, pull the crowds together, make you like them than that of the APC, so that once that is done, then they will do primary elections for everybody. They said it that it's going to be, El-Rufai said it. Meanwhile, some people have already been beat, like they have been like, peering them, so to say. They have been peering them, Atiku, Amaechi, Atiku, Obi, Amaechi, El-Rufai, Obi, El-Rufai. These are those ones I've seen so far, right? So the main concession that I think they will have will be everybody should go and support a southerner that will serve a term, just using their kind of like talking their own language now. Everybody should go, and so Atiku will step down. Something that when you see Atiku's supporters, they will look at you and just be like, you are so naive. Because listen, the Obidients strongly believes that Peter Obi is the right person to lead the coalition. Everybody should be kind of like behind him. He is the sellable guy to the young Nigerians. But when you see the Atiku supporters, they will tell you that that is not how politics is played. It's not with emotion, this and that. So the Atikulutas will tell you that as president, Peter Obi is not sellable in northern Nigeria. That is their own theory. The only person that can be used to convince the North to support the ADC will be Atiku. That is their own theory. Someone will say, but that theory is flawed now. I mean, come on. Atiku didn't even win the North, per se, to say, oh, like, he's got it on the lockdown. But they say, yeah, but northern Nigeria don't want thiefnubu anymore. So therefore, Atiku will be their candidate. So then other people are saying that, okay, if that's the case, let them pair Atiku Obi again. So meaning, if Obi cannot be sold in the North, according to their theory, so then Atiku too cannot be sold in the South. So in that case, they should pair the two of them. Everybody said they experiment. I don't know what your own theory is, right? But Amaechi is not a pushover in all of this. Remember, there is also a Datti. Meanwhile, in all of this as well, in all of this, there are those who are very much, prominent Obidients. For example, Dele Farotimi. Now, we have seen another prominent one, Aisha Yesufu. She was there. She's up for their coalition. Dele Farotimi is somebody who everyone believes that, how is he going to handle it? Well, it is not just Dele Farotimi. There are, I believe, thousands of Dele Farotimi as well. You know why they are not, I want to believe it, why they are not declaring like everyone else, as you probably would expect, and I watch them swallow their words or eat their words, and some people are willing to quote them. Some are saying that they are still watching the coalition thing with serious observation, like, with so much curiosity and all that, enough that the only reason why they would have to compromise their own principles and all that, and be part and promote their coalition will be if Peter Obi becomes their candidate. You see all these conditions to thiefnubu and his gang, the Ronokus and others, they are actually landmines that they want to see how they're going to manage it. Would Peter Obi transfer his supporters to whoever emerge as the intention? Because this time around, nobody should talk about, what do you call it? The thieves want to come back to power in this case anymore. Like, it won't really hold water anymore. Because right now, Peter Obi himself is ready, or should I say, has already compromised whatever it is that, the structure of criminality that he was talking about then, right? So as an Obidient, right? So you may possibly continue to kind of like make yourself feel better and say, you know what, Obi may be mixing up with them, but that doesn't mean that he is one of them if it hasn't been proven, right? Which is also valid, by the way. It's valid and say, yeah, it's, So in that case, they are together. So them coming together means they said they want to save the contraption. And saving the contraption means everybody must be on board, even when you don't get what you want. But the Obedient don't seem to be like that. They believe that they cannot be used to bring these criminals back to power if the power is not going to be in the hand of Obi as the only person they can trust. That's what everyone is saying. So Datti has this to say.
I can't speak for His Excellency Peter Obi. I'll speak for myself.
Well, he issued a statement saying he had left.
Well, then take his word for it. As for me, I have not left Labour Party.
Okay.
I am considering the coalition who have adopted ADC.
Right.
Now, don't consume the excitement. And don't be consumed by the excitement. Okay, manage the excitement. Right now, it's all about excitement. Understandably so, because Nigerians are depressed as much as they are oppressed. So this excitement can easily consume everyone. Right. And what I'm saying is hold back, think critically, think very well. And before you fire another question, let me just say the opposition is right in all that it's doing. I agree wholeheartedly in coming together. The principles behind it, the objectives of it are all correct. But you're also playing somebody else's game. This game is Tinubu's game. And I'm not praising him in any way whatsoever. But everyone must understand the situation as it were. Please be patient. Let me, in summary, narrate everything. President Buhari, after losing the third time, cried to the world that he's done with politics. And that's when it began. There are internal issues with Buhari, but the external ones are, that is when Tinubu saw the opportunity, bring him back into the fold after the 07 Atiku and 11 Ribadu. Add the Southwest and the Tinubu influences to his existing 12 million votes. It was easy to convince Buhari to come back in any way because he carries a lot of baggage who only survive from political donations. I'm sorry to say that's the truth. So Buhari just has to contest every election. Ever since the PTF days after the passing of Abacha, Buhari was removed from head of state without any trade whatsoever. So he and his can only live off a political system. But I'm not hitting at Buhari. Tinubu saw this opportunity, saw the weakness in Buhari, pumped a lot of money, brought his party machinery, and then injected his own agenda. That you go now, I'll make the name of being a kingmaker. I have made from councillor to governors. Now I want to make a president. And if I make a president, I'll make myself a president. That is what happened. Coalition now is playing the scripts of Tinubu. I believe in the coalition, don't get me wrong.
Right.
But you don't have to play the game the way he did.
Yeah, but what is the script?
The script is what I've just narrated to you, Charles. Exactly how.
Yeah, but how does that relate
now, what
to
they
the
think,
opposition coalition?
What opposition is saying, again I repeat, I'm in support of this opposition.
Right.
Now, there are structural misgivings in the coalition as it were today. Buhari was the distant anointed from the ab initio. The convener, Tinubu, already had it, and whoever he enrolled was, understand that Buhari is going and after him I will come. And you have to buy into that. However, we won't stop you from contesting.
Yeah, but
let me finish.
We already got there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just that we haven't got all the time in the world.
What Datti is pretending to be finding difficult to spit out was that this whole coalition thing is being put together by people whose survivors depends on public fund. They are discredited people. They are people who don't really trust. But here is a new greenhorn. Peter Obi and his Obidients. As naive and inexperienced as they might be, but they are determined. They don't need much to be persuaded, right? To possibly follow a common agenda if Obi is on board. That is their theory. Like he said, that was what thiefnubu saw too. They said Bokwari used to get 11 million votes, 11 million votes, 11 million votes, but he never became president. However, thiefnubu saw the weak point. He saw the idea of, let's pull everything together and make you president. And he did. So doing that, automatically, right, thiefnubu became a kingmaker, a very powerful one, whose only added vote to Bokwari's was probably 2 million or so. I'm just saying, right? So they don't have much influence on votes, but they could leverage on this person that seems to be driving people crazy. So that's what he's saying. And who are these people? There is already a bit of a rumor that El-Rufai is so strongly behind this, as evidently shown anyway, right? But there is more to that, what you see on the surface. So it is believed that he is positioning himself in a way that he will probably be like a kingmaker who made president and removed president. Here is the theory. El-Rufai, the Kaduna little finger, was the last screw that got fixed and tightened to make thiefnubu your president today. Whether they want to acknowledge it or they don't want to acknowledge it, it doesn't matter. It's being used and trashed. So feeling used and trashed, it was part of those who came together to remove a president 12 years ago. Remember? So, and then he's considered himself as somebody who has also installed a president. He was the one who sold the idea of Muslim ticket to thiefnubu. That's the only thing the Arewa house in Kaduna can use in bringing all the malams together, all these sheikhs together. And it worked. They didn't give him the credit. Because thiefnubu is like, no, get the hell out of here. I've already made a president. I'm like, sure you get. That's how they've treated him. Now, the Peter Obi, for instance, before this El-Rufai became Bokwari's supporter, he was one of Bokwari's public, hater. Let me use that word hater because he said so many horrible things about Bokwari until 2013, when Jonathan became their single enemy. Right? So now, their common enemy. So El-Rufai has now swallowed everything he said about the Igbos, swallowed everything he said about Peter Obi. The whole lies and the rest of that, he swallowed them. He and Obi walked to the coalition center holding hands. That is the message. Because what people believe is that thiefnubu is doing 4 years, right? He's going to do 4 years. So if he's kicked out in 2027 and the southern person becomes the president, so the only person that fits that picture is Peter Obi. So they will do everything, even if they have to do primaries, right? They will do everything to make sure that Peter Obi is the president. And with the condition that likely El-Rufai will be his running mate. People are saying it. And don't ever say it is impossible. Anyway, so it is being said. So if El-Rufai, once Peter Obi is done in 2031, El-Rufai will be pretty much in a very good stead to now reap whatever Peter Obi manages to do. They're both Peter Obi's whatever achievements, as well as that of his Obidients. He will rape them, and then he will be your president. Now, so Shekau will be president of Nigeria if that happens. So that is what Datti was trying to say. Even though he also suggested that he wouldn't mind Obi and El-Rufai. Something that is a little bit contradictory, right? Also, there is an Atiku. But the reason why that Atiku theory doesn't fit what he's saying is that Atiku can't be president again after 2027. He will be 84 years old by 2031. 84 years old, right? So Peter Obi can be his vice, right? He can be his vice president. So that theory of maybe, oh, they are trying, Atiku is trying to use Obi, no. It is El-Rufai that fits that properly. But listen to this part.
Atiku almost cuts it, but it's not exactly there because Buhari is what I would call an outlier, an unusually high observation in a data set. That's what he was. Now, come to the next point. Again, there isn't a, I have said that there isn't a Buhari in the coalition. There isn't a Tinubu in this coalition. You don't have one
So it's
individual.
a free-for-all, basically, is what you're saying.
Exactly.
Right.
You have the proverbs better than I do.
Yeah,
but you're asking the questions.
But let's try and take it systematically.
Yeah.
Okay, so that we understand exactly where you're going.
Yeah.
You attended that meeting yesterday.
Yes.
You've been attending coalition meetings.
I attended 3.
Right, okay. But that suggests that there was something that was bringing you back.
Yes.
And something that you're not entirely satisfied with in the Labour Party that you're currently still in.
Not so. You can never be 100% satisfied wherever you are. There are misgivings. I really, really wanted to bring Peter Obi back on the negotiating table with the leadership. I wanted everything sorted out, him to remain. Right. And I still, if I have a chance, I'll still do it.
So you're disappointed because he's now said that he's left. In fact, the Labour Party gave him a 48-hour ultimatum. They issued a statement.
You need to be very sure about that if he has left. You need to be very sure.
Well, on his Twitter handle, he said he was now in the ADC coalition.
Yes. Now, technically speaking, being in the ADC coalition does not mean you have left your party. Refer to the meeting of Tuesday night and the communique issued after that meeting. It doesn't say that you have left your own political party. And this is a legal point.
No, I'm not even talking about the ADC, what they've said. I'm talking about what is happening in the Labour Party, who essentially, I mean, the leadership, although there is a divided leadership, but the leadership gave him an ultimatum of 48 hours to resign, and subsequently he issued a statement saying he had actually left. But let's not get bogged down.
Let's get to the more.
I mean, what I need to understand, because there are a lot of people who listen to you and want to know what your perspective is on this. And you said you had attended at least 3 meetings, and you were there for that ADC sort of
Charles,
moment.
Labour Party deserves better than being walked away from.
Yeah, but the Labour Party seemed to be walking away from you, not you walking away from them.
No. Labour Party deserves better than being walked away from. Despite all misgivings, we know the hands that are playing each and every party. This is a party that scored, by our own count, over 10 million votes. This is a party that defeated APC and PTP together, irrespective of what the law courts said.
Datti. He said more, I think he was asked if he would be supporting, since he attended the coalition stuff, right? Would he be supporting anyone that emerges if it's not a Peter Obi, right? And he went on to say some certain things and all that. So I'm going to show you that in a minute. But just in between, this brother has something to say about the development as well. I'll show you. There's something I want you to observe. Have you noticed that since they announced this, their ADC, and the people around it and, the people behind it have been unveiled, people have not, these Ronukus have not been making it about IPOB and Igbos, like they have been so desperately, religiously calling this obedient movement when you are in Labour Party? I'm just saying, it's an observation, though, but I'm coming back. Listen to this.
Let me buttress more on this coalition issue now. Let's face it, because I hear a lot of arguments in regards to the fact that all of these people that are coming on to form are aggrieved politicians. They are politicians with dirty baggages or whatever, right? That is fine. That is true, right? But the question I want us to ask ourselves is, as far as Nigeria is concerned at the moment, do you think there is a space for a sense? There is a space for a new politician to actually emerge as being president? We will only be discussing that on the basis of normality, normal system. Like we talk of maybe Showore can be desired and a lot of other people, at least without political history baggages, right? But the fact is, there is no room for them. They can't stand Bala Blue. And the point of convergence, at least once one thing we have concluded, is the fact that there's underperformance, there's incompetency. Whatever the reasons are, is equally the reason why we put Bala Blue there. And so far, he is not delivering. So under normal circumstances, we can be talking about that. But hey, we are talking about an abnormal situation here. So it will be highly delusional for somebody to sit down now and think, because let's face it now, you're talking about some candidates that at the end of the day cannot even, when we're talking about a cent that I remember the action of Showore at a point in time in regards repealing that Cyber Crime Act. He could not even gather people to come around, not as if it's not his fault too. People could not actually believe in what he is saying or the need to do that. And why? Because the common man, just like it's going to remain till 2027, is the fact that we're still going to be divided across religious sentiments, tribal sentiments, and the rest of it. So what I'm saying is, the factual and the realistic fact is the fact that, of a truth, hardship is at its highest level, which that can be ascribed to purely the government in power. And what is the next option? The next option is we need a change. A change that will take us finally to that hellfire where was past this one, or a change that somehow miracle will happen. So that is why I say antecedents doesn't matter to me at this point in time. Because the last time I checked, even Bala Blue was not elected on the basis of good antecedents, right? And even a lot of people, the fact is the antecedent issue is just another excuse that politicians can actually use to actually remain in power or to prove why they are more important. So whether they are dirty politicians, they carry a lot of baggages, so they are no good, or they did this, they could not do this. The fact is, the reality at the moment is there is no room for a cent to take Bala Blue out of power. And secondly, I want the coalition to know as well that for you to gain the vote or the confidence of people, you have to assure one thing, which is the fact that at least we will not elect you on the basis that petrol price is going to remain the way it is and suffering is going to continue. And let's face it now, not as if we have had a very credible president that has performed so far in the history of Nigeria. What we've been doing is comparison method. So in comparison method now, you get to see the previous presidents, at least they go carry hardship, give us insecurity no go day, or one go carry insecurity but hardship no go too much. But we can't have Bala Blue giving us, serving us the both at the same time. And the only thing we have to rely on that is the promise of it's going to get better. It's going to get better too is a normal statement, normal talk by any other politician. So my own is, conclusively, Bala Blue has not performed optimally and has impressed citizens. And as such, there is need for that change. So whether it's a saint to, whether now goat you put to contest to, make the goat come try your own too. But good enough, one thing that even gives me joy at the end of the day is the fact that at least I can see somebody like Peter Obi there. That is one of the conditions that the coalition must also give. There must be something for Peter Obi, if not even the flag bearer. That is just it. I feel, in short, let me just tell you the truth, I feel it's high time we even give the people like Peter Obi trials. not minding antecedents or whatever. And in terms of antecedents, using the comparison method, he's still better than a lot that are still in governance today. And if you say they are bad eggs, they are bad politicians that are coming together, agreed, show me good politicians that are in the system. Abi, show me credible politicians that have performed more than what nobody else have done. So it's the same thing. The fact is trial and error. And as long as this condition remains, this is the same thing we'll keep doing till we wake up, Abi. And that is to say, anybody that comes up, you should ensure by all means possible that you don't throw us back to that situation that we are now hoping to get an evil that we have rejected at a point in time coming back. Because whether now the politicians play for you not to underperform, I am telling you they have succeeded. And that is the reality on ground.
That's it, brother. So people have been reacting in that manner in the last 48 hours now. So my line is open. There are a few clips that are supposed to come up and as well to aid this conversation this afternoon. I'll put them up in a moment. So, Rotimi Amaechi and others are very much, in the waiting lounge. Okay, should I say waiting lounge or arrival lounge? Anyway, they are waiting in the wing for when it is time, to put their stunt. Now, whatever stunt anybody wants to project, forward, back, whatever it is, I would love to hear your own theory on this. So last night we couldn't. So I'm going to take a short break, see if we can take calls, and in between, I'll pull up those clips, all right? So meanwhile, this is the founder of their ADC. He's the guy who left, with the other executives of the party, who left for the coalition to take over their party. So the idea of let's do it and do it, if they don't get it right, if you don't get it right, you can remove them, was the reason why Bokwari became your president. And in fact, it's the reason why APC, Egbekebe, is still in power, because it is easier said than done. Experience should have taught people a lot about that, all right? So now let's take the first call this evening. This morning. Hello there.
Hello, Mayeku General. Good morning.
Good morning. That is the Prince Adewale, the African Wahala. How you doing, Baba?
Yes, sir, Baba. I'm good. I'm very well. Yeah, it's just about this coalition.
Right.
I'm not claiming to be the most intelligent or the one that has the answers to Nigeria's problems. But I know for a fact that these guys in the coalition, their primary objective is to revenge against Tinubu. Their goal is to face Tinubu. It's not about them having an ideology to make Nigeria simply face, and that will work for a lot of Nigerians, because we are unfortunately, we only remember what we are going through at the moment. We don't think about the past and we don't think about the future. But with everybody, once again, going towards the coalition, it seems like a large percentage of the people are in support of the coalition. Someone like me, my approach will be, I won't criticize them too much, but I will remind them from time to time what each individual in the coalition has done to contribute to the destruction of Nigeria.
Right.
And it's left for them to make their decision. Personally, I know I can't really make
the
change.
consequences.
Yes, they would have to deal with the consequences. And let me just wrap it up, because I know many people will be motivated once they heard this call. They will want to call it. The coalition. Yes, the coalition. They have one primary purpose. It's to attack Tinubu. It's not necessarily to destroy APC, because I don't believe APC members, these guys were recently APC members, many of them. I don't believe they want to destroy APC. They just have a beef, a personal vendetta against Tinubu, because many of them tried to help Tinubu to get into power. And once Tinubu got into power, he turned his back against them. So they are angry. It's a personal beef. And a personal beef is going to
using the
make them
Tinubu's
have
failure as their excuse, right?
Yes. Yes. It's all about his selfish interest for each and every last one of them. But people are going to disagree, and that's fine. Let people follow them once again. Eventually, we will come to a point where I believe most people won't be able to take the suffering anymore, and they will reject anything that comes from any one of them at some point in the future. So that's my contribution. Thank you so much.
Thank you too. The African Wahala. The line is opened, and you can be on the on the other line yourself. So the people are setting themselves up is what the African Wahala is saying there. They said, you see, these guys, but because the situation that everyone is in makes it more like, if you want to fight a criminal, then you probably would need to use criminals. As some would say, if you want to fight a thief, you have to probably use a thief. But what you should also remember is that a thief is a thief, a criminal is a criminal. That he pretend to fight for you doesn't really mean that he won't steal from you. That's what I understand about that. But here, hello.
Hey, how you go, Baba?
Yes, sir. How are you, Baba?
I know. How is everything?
Well, we thank God, though. We are still here.
Not so. There you go. Based on what you have said, the whole coalition thing and the recent political events in the country. All I want to do is I just want to throw a word of caution to Igbo people generally.
Right.
You understand? Obedience, to be prepared, because from what I am saying, I'm just hypothetically speaking now,
right.
If this coalition now fails Peter Obi, you understand, and Peter Obi does not win that election, they will come for Igbo people all over Nigeria. That is the truth. So I am looking at it now like this is just a grand scheme to set up Igbo people again, like they are the problems of Nigeria, which is what I have always been saying. And even the last guy that you played this video, he said it, that we are all divided according to our ethno-religious sentiments. That is the best thing that can happen to us. Let us go our separate ways, or let us restructure, so that me now, as an Igbo man now, if I'm going to the north, it will look like maybe I'm going to Saudi Arabia. Do you understand? I will abide by their rules. If they say me church on Sundays, exactly. I will not go to church on Sunday. I will not set up an alcohol, a beer parlor. I will understand that I'm going to an Islamic, you understand, country, and I will behave as such. I will respect their laws, and I will abide by their rules and regulations. Do you understand? It will breed mutual respect. But they don't want that. They want us to keep getting into each other's face. It doesn't make any sense. These people should reason. This election is all about survival. It doesn't matter who is put there. It's all about survival.
Right.
We should even ask ourselves if Nigerians can last, if Nigeria now can even last up to 2027.
I mean, the fire never even starts, Baba. Let them finish this sorting. And you begin to see them make declaration where you begin to see state governors, lawmakers. They'll begin to decamp in order to give them, credibility. And then the fire will start. You know, so let's see how we are going to make it to that 2027. But that point you raised about the Igbo people being, Nigeria is a place, is such a horrible place that we have a horrible system where the Igbos, whether they are interested or whether they are part of it or not, the Igbos are expected to be blamed for everything. It is either they didn't participate enough or they've participated too much. Do you get what I mean now? So where they keep quiet,
look at how they were destroying. Exactly. Look at how they were destroying properties of
exactly.
Igbo people in Lagos. Now they've even destroyed P2B's own. Do you understand? So that is to let you know what is going to come. You say, you always say it on your show that what is going to come and that these people don't play fair. So that is for you to understand what is going to happen exactly. Do you understand? I don't think we should high risk, high return. It's not worth it for Igbo people. We should rather look at how we can go our separate ways peacefully or whatever it is. But you understand? Come to an agreement and move ahead. Not taking high risk that there are outcomes if it doesn't work out. And one person is willing to allow himself to be used.
The price, even when they are not even interested.
Even when they are not interested.
It's a great point, Baba. And people should understand that there are those who are actually victims of some of these political disagreement, power tussle, and the rest of that. There are real victims.
Yes,
I don't even know why they are being targeted. They'll be like, "But we didn't do anything wrong." Say, "Well, it's because you are from Igboland." Let me take another one.
Exactly. You should come to me, guys. Take care, Baba. Well done.
God bless you. Stay safe, man. All right. So here I have another caller. Hello.
Welcome, Baba.
Yes, sir. Baba.
Welcome, Baba.
Yes, sir. How you doing, Baba? Say that again, Baba. I don't hear you.
I say Yagari Yajinda.
Hey, de
Lafia Kalau.
Alhamdulillah. Lafia.
Yeah,
Sonu da Aiki as well.
You're like Lafia Low,
Lafia Kalau. And you are welcome. Now go day.
Yo, Barkade.
Yeah.
My ego. I did see ADC. Another disaster coming, Abi.
They don't talk about this. So I don't give a name. Some said that.
No.
Yeah, go ahead.
Now another disaster now. But everybody with their own opinion.
And with their own kettle of fish.
Yeah, exactly. If some people feel like, Obi is going to go through you have to go through the establishment to get to power this, which in some way I deal with them. In another way again, those people will you see, they feel got one use of it, make them go back to where they belong. You understand? Because they feel that they belong there. But Tinubu play them wayo, he push them come out. So which credible person they feel use again? Bring back themselves to that place, you understand?
You get?
But in all, whatever they do, all we are just waiting for is for them to kill themselves. Make them by themselves come forward and coffee shit around.
You get? Now, here, Baba, people are saying that thiefnubu knows them very well. They can't move in. And to me, that's a good thing. When you are so confident, right, that the same people that you have once been co-conspirators together, they've plotted, they succeeded in removing the president. You get that now?
Exactly.
So now, if thiefnubu look at them and say, all these ones, they're just noise makers. And they want to prove to him that, no, we are not. So at the end of the day, thiefnubu has the power to crush them. But it is not about crushing. It is the post-crushing. Because there's a chance that when the whole thing implode, they're not going to even talk about who is president, who is going to be president anymore. That time it will be like never they go their separate ways.
Everybody, and you delay, you understand?
Yep. And these are thieves, Ahmed. This is another thing, right? These are thieves who have stolen hundreds of billions, in trillions.
Exactly.
Enough money to cause national security problem in Nigeria. People don't even see that. Yeah?
Exactly.
But go on, Ahmed.
And another thing here is this. They saying Peter Obi will do one term and give it to them.
This one
What if the Peter Obi comes and he started putting the country on track, and everybody begins to feel that, oh, things are working, but we still have some things that needs to be done. Are they going to give him that more 4 years for him to complete it?
No, they will become enemies right then. They will become enemies because you know what people are saying? People are building on the fact that if by chance they push Obi and indeed he becomes the president, he has all this power, that Obi could leverage on the people's support and all that, yeah? And then like
that
you can
is
easily
one thing
predict.
I have been thinking about that too, but guess what? They will cause more problem for him.
Exactly.
Because you seeing the faces that are there. People like El-Rufai, people like Malami. Malami that was part of people that brought us to this level. People like Amaechi that were minister during Buhari's time. El-Rufai that was governor during Buhari's time. All of a sudden, they turn around. Say, Tinubu, they do this, they do that. Well, anything we don't like, make them do. All we want is to make them finish themselves. By themselves, they should cool themselves down.
We can use, the group of criminals to cancel other group of criminals.
Exactly.
As long as we can see one upright person among them, then we can forgive their sins. But the thing is, if we do that, right, and from experience, criminals don't really change.
No, they will never
change. Is when they are tamed, jailed, right?
They can't change. These ones will not change now.
They
All
won't
these
change.
They will not change.
So people are kind of like, in my own opinion, right? People, this one Nigerian is too. People are kind of setting themselves up as well. Don't get me wrong, go. When I say set yourself up, right? They know these guys are going to have to fight him because it won't let them steal. It won't look away for their shenanigans and all that, right? And it will have the power to actually really tame them. Something that is not going to be part of the deal. So people are now saying like, people are pretty much saying they will fight him, but he will fight them. But let them be friends for now. It's crazy though, Ahmed.
Oh, wow. I mean, that is if Obi himself is really ready for what is about to come for him, because until you reach there, you will understand the damages where these people don't cause.
And what they have actually planning to bury.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, if you began to bring things up, you yourself, you know, say you are into big shit. They go want shock you. You understand? So at some point, and if you look the way Obi is, Obi they try look for, how we even talk himself. They too like trouble, that. He go one fine way, make sure see things work for the people, because now it's
just a cover, Ahmed. People are saying all these things you are saying about Obi, all these talking stuff. They say they are just cover.
If you don't know person, the way they act, the way they act, that the only person you have to say, go reach there, mama, he go share with it, go do anyhow the way you want. Now show worry. And say if you reach there. You understand? Because
something about that of Shore is that as much as he's doing that a lot, right? That seems not to be working. Because the purpose is to actually have the real power, right?
He's standing on, this is what I believe, and I'm not changing.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah, go on.
I am not changing for no reason, just because of I want power. I am not moving an inch. I am here.
I will never compromise.
This is my belief. And me, I love people like that. Like, this is what I believe, and this is what I will stand on. I love people like that, because as long as you know what you are doing is right, if you get to a time, the people, the people he has been talking to, most of them now, they know they face everything they talk about. They still they face them. They still they see all these things they happen, and it's only time. Time will tell. You understand? As time goes on, people they never begin to see him.
I mean, is it when Shore turns 70 that they will begin to value him and say, okay, now you can come and be our president? Like,
you see,
he's still very much
things
in
like that. You understand?
It's almost out of it now. It's in that prime. And by the time he turns 60, 65, and all of that, people will begin to say, man, if it was Shore now, like we are saying right now.
You see, that's the problem they have in that country. Let's not forget, there is one person that said, he said something like, if you are going to the north, it just feels like you are going to Saudi Arabia. There is nothing like that. Too. If you come to the north, there are a lot of places in the northern part. If you go drink your beer, if you go go a shower house, nobody send you.
Do all your thing.
Everywhere they do what you want to do. Places they like that. Nobody everywhere be not.
No, this whole thing about religious thing in the northern Nigeria is completely political.
It's just political.
And whenever it is time for them to wield it, whenever it's time for them to wield it, right? They always wield it.
Yeah.
But life is
when
different.
You enter north, you will see that it's different. It's not what they continue to say. Just enter. There are places that Kano, enter Savongari for Kano. You go see, you go look around, say, wait, no be not the first this way. You understand?
I've had people from Kaduna, people who grew up in Kaduna,
go Kaduna, you understand? I ain't learning. Just anywhere you go enter, you go do it in one do. Nobody send you, nobody look you. Wear your jeans. In short, wear your bomb shot, nobody send you. Understand? I ain't learning. So we have places that if you enter self, you go to yourself, you go to look.
You won't even imagine, like, believe it and say,
you understand? So nobody say, make I talk.
Yes, now. Thank you very much.
Which day more they expect you coming back now?
Baba, I never recover from the last one.
I can see a lot.
So una go have to like if you want me back in America, una go have to like sit down and talk. Who will pay for flight and the rest, so that then I will be there. If you want me tomorrow, I'll be there.
Okay, Obi,
say you there. But I'm coming back soon. I promise. I'm actually coming back soon. Baba, thank you so much, Ahmed. I need to lay my hand on that because, Baba, if I want to go and fight for Oduduwa nation, Yoruba nation,
Baba, no worry.
Man, come inside forest. Come the year. Man, come the be like
Baba, don't worry. You see.
So I can't be like
your next coming.
Something bigger.
Your finger go prepare you.
Don't scare me. No already, Baba.
No. As in, your finger, that finger
with the
full trigger. You go fire tire. Don't worry. Now you go say. Nice,
Baba. Thank you so much.
All right, brother.
I send you well to the family, Baba.
All right, good.
So that's Ahmed there, and I have another caller on the line. Hello. Hello there.
Hello?
Yes, hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. How are you, sir?
Idris, sir.
Yes, sir. That's Idris.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Sir. Thank you for today. Yes, sir. I just say I should give it a try. I just say I should give it a try. I don't even know I get to enter.
I mean, it's quite busy though, but yeah, go on.
All right. I just want to make my own comment, though, and it's about this coalition or no coalition thing. Well, I will say from another side of view, though I want a revolution, but to me, to get all these people, this bad egg, we need someone to infiltrate into the system. Because if I say, okay, let me support, what do we call it, Showore, to me, he needs to calm himself down. He cannot win the battle within these people. These people are they are crook. They are very crook. And it's kind of very difficult when these coalitions, they are meeting up. We have the like of El-Rufai, the one that was a known father of terrorists. And we also have this Malami.
Malami, genocidist and denier.
God. I mean,
they said those are the options you have. If Nigerians who are in their millions, they know that they have the power that they can actually be in the back of someone. For instance, right? Is Obi, then you have a Showore. If Showore has 10 million, just 10 million people that believes that through Showore, there could be a total cleanup. There will be. If 10 million Nigerians says Obi or nothing, there's a chance that it will be. Because when I say Obi or nothing, it simply means that they will demand for a system that works. They will demand for electoral reform, and they will demand that their vote counts. wherever they get shortchanged, the entire country goes shut down. That's the kind of commitment that anyone who wants to face these rogues needs. In the absence of that, you would have to mix with the rogues to chase other rogues.
But sir, I am going to another school of thought here now.
Oh, yeah,
that
share it.
Should this coalition work among them? If they did not bring Obi as a running mate, to me, that coalition is dead on arrival. Because the vote will be split, and thereby giving this Tinubu another chance again.
So you have the school of thought that if Obi is not the head of the coalition, which is their flag bearer, is dead on arrival. Is that your theory?
I swear, that is my theory. That's my theory. Right. And now the coalition is now going booming now, and it is now causing headache for these Abobakus. Because I saw some, they are saying that the ADC and the APC, their acronym are the same. There is difference between broom and handshake. And even from the thumbprint, from the ballot paper, the ADC will come first before APC.
That's right.
And even from the sensitization, won't they sensitize the people even in the rural area that see you vote for the handshake, who don't vote for broom? Because I don't, and many other speculation coming from the Abobaku people. To me, all I want is a working system.
The only hope, right? The only sort of like hope that I strongly believe the Ronukus, the Abobakus, right? What they have right now is for the coalition to deny Obi, and then Obi to lose the control of his Obidients. Because even if he comes out to explain to them, there will be Obidient that will still say, you know what, if Obi says it's good, we're still going to go with it. But there's also a very much good chance that half of them will not even participate at all.
Of course. And to me, there's nothing to come in for election. All I want is the revolution.
You are there, right? Now, let me explain that to you. A lot of people will say,
I lost hope. I actually lost hope in the last election.
I'm not saying that you should possibly go and vote if you don't want to, or you should let it concern you, because here is something. Whether you participate or not. Let me say, if you don't participate, which is fine, you also need to know the characters involved, like you all know right now, so that for one, you can manage, number one, your expectation, and then number two, you can also manage the shege that will come out of it. That is why you have to be interested.
Exactly.
All right. So maybe while you are there, you can easily be telling those who are getting involved and tell them that, you know what, it will boomerang, but what you're going to do, you're going to go and get voters card again and all that. You get what I mean? Like something that will make them say, you know, we're going to stop this cycle. You need to be interested. That is why I am interested. I'm not directly affected, but I've got loved ones there whose lives and livelihoods have been put on the line.
We are all affected. There is no APC filling station that they are selling fuel at 50 naira. Everybody is equally affected.
No.
I went to Juma service this afternoon now, and I can see even the chief imam is even saying that, hey, there is someone out there that please help the person, or the person wants to drink gari, something like that. Everybody is affected. Everybody is hungry. The 3 square meal has become 1:1:010. Yeah. You can hardly eat 3 square meal again. Everybody is affected. If you are collecting salary of 150,000 naira, it's just like a chicken change now. So everybody is equally affected. You can't transport yourself from Ojota to
so now they are giving you the devil.
It's not like 200 naira.
Right? They are giving you the devil at the deep blue sea now. Deep blue sea.
So
it's gonna be like
may God
say it. May God there.
May
God what? Say it now. Come on.
God, sir.
God
cannot help us in this situation.
No. Say it. If that's what comes to your mind, don't worry whether it's going to help you or not. Because you see, that point is the point where you have to gasp and say, we are FUCKED.
Exactly.
But God bless you too.
Thank you for the
Idris,
enlightenment.
keep observing, okay?
Yes. Thank you so much for the enlightenment. At least you did not enlighten me alone. You enlightened some of us that we've lost hope in the electionary process. But we are going to put our head. We'll put our head there. Thank you very much, sir.
Stay safe. Stay safe, Idris. I have another caller though. Here, hello. Did I manage to get you through? Sorry if the network is not connecting you. Okay. Sorry about that. Let's take a look. Oh, I'm gone. I think that's my fault. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. This is
brilliant.
Jerry
I'm so sorry.
Texas.
I almost got you off there. I didn't know that I actually muted the line. Sorry about that. Hello, sir. How are you doing?
Yeah, this Jerry from Texas.
Oh, they are Jerry.
From Houston.
Baba? How are you?
It's been a while.
I know.
It's been a while. I've been listening to your program, but I always join after the program because of my job.
I see.
But today is a public holiday. Today is a public holiday, so I have to catch you up.
Fantastic, and I appreciate it.
I haven't been listening to the whole. I didn't catch the program from the beginning, so I'll go back and rewatch it. Okay. But I have a suggestion. I have an idea, a thought about this coalition, or probably one of the benefits it could give Nigerians.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, what I'm thinking is this: as some individuals have analyzed, or some people have analyzed, Obi will not get the ticket. So we should just take that to mind, that Obi will not, Atiku will not allow Obi, because Atiku have been anticipating going for this for a long time. So from what people have said, Atiku will never allow Obi to use it. So Atiku want to be the flag bearer. But what will happen, the only thing that this will achieve is Tinubu will rig it again like he always does. And when he does, Atiku, what do they call this one? What's it? The Rivers guy. What's his name? Amaechi and what's it called? The El-Rufai, Kajuda Little Finger. And Amalami.
The Malamu.
They can actually come up and they will be courageous enough to come and stand up and organize for a protest and
they have what it takes to stand up to thiefnubu, you mean?
Exactly. They have what it takes, the courage, the liver to come up and say, no, this will not happen, and that will actually strike the revolution we are looking for.
Yeah, so but the point here is this, Jerry. So you are of the school of thought that what is before everyone right now is so messy that to get rid of thiefnubu, or to have people who can stand up to thiefnubu, Atiku should be their flag bearer, or if he becomes their flag bearer, it will fit your own theory that they will have what it takes to stand up to thiefnubu, right? Or the revolution. But don't you think they would have become so weakened before the election at all without the Obidients on board? Like if they don't get them on board, do you think they will be strong enough? Like you think?
Yeah. Again, as it's been said, right? A lot of Obidients, few people will lose them.
Few of them will still kind of go with it because they want thiefnubu out.
Yeah. You already said that a few people will still be like, okay, whatever Obi said, whatever Obi, like, we'll just go with him. Because I think what Atiku might be planning for now is at least let him be a president, even if it's just one term. And then he will hand over to Obi. He'll probably use that logic to buy Obi over, say, please be on my side. Let me do at least one time.
A political alliance. But there's also one. Don't mind me that I'm actually trying. I don't want to put holes in your theory, but there are some factors I think you should also put in as you are coming up. There's a guy, El-Rufai, that we mentioned. He's also ambitious too.
Yeah, El-Rufai. Well, I don't know. I think all of them. There was a statement that someone said that they've all told each other that whatever political ambition you have, put it to the side. Let us grow. Yeah. Let us grow our party. That logic is like, let us not just talk about who will run right now. Let's grow the party.
Okay.
Which, even according to me, I am thinking that even with this guy that was that his name from this guy that is coming up to, I think, what do you call it? That they already injected and say that Igbo guy that said no way that they will not use their platform to run because it's his platform. Exactly. You know all their names. Me, I don't get that.
I'm trying to keep most of their names in my head. Sometimes I mix them up too. But I get you, man. Go on.
Okay, so that one, I think with the forces coming, I don't know if this ADC will even fly. Like, this is my intention, my thought. I'm still thinking that whether they. Yeah, because that's his party. He was the flag bearer before. Now you come to take over. I don't know how well or how. And this maybe is being sponsored by Tinubu, because
if it wasn't before, there's a chance that they are going to adopt him now and then sponsor him.
Adopt him right away. Tinubu will just like buy him. And when Tinubu use federal might and federal money with the federal
illegalities,
federal police and federal court to back him up, you will see that these folks will back. So my thought is like, they still will not fly with this ADC. They might probably have to go look for another party. And I'm telling you that, you know how they say one with God is majority.
I'm with you.
Dumebi with Tinubu is majority. So, I mean, because at the end, they will take it. Now he has taken them to the court. The court will judge. Which court will judge? Is it not Nigerian court? Yeah, Dumebi was the flag bearer before. Okay, so yeah, like go to court.
Jerry,
so,
your theory is quite valid.
ADC,
okay,
it probably still will not fly. Maybe they will have to use another platform. But if they do, Atiku want to be the flag bearer.
That's what I'm going. I said your theory is pretty much like Atiku's ambition. Will likely override others. And and if that happens, there's a plus side.
He has the money. He has the money. He will want to. He has the money. He will want to buy, what do you call them? Whatever thing. Buy them during a primary election. Obi may not want to, but if Obi enter there and see the surprise of dollar, he will be like, is that where I get in here? Oh, is that how you? So he will just be like, okay, well, you all do what you do. And Obi will not want to come back again and say, I'm not doing it again, because he's already involved. So get on it. So I'm thinking it's going to turn messy at some point, but we'll see
how they handle it, because even the Ronukus are projecting that that is the landmine on their path. That if they are able to jump it past, then there is a real problem for them, even though they are already like in meltdown mode anyway. But let me take another one. Jerry, it's a pleasure hearing from you, though, Baba.
Yeah, man. Thanks.
You enjoy the rest of the morning. So here, another caller. Hello.
Hello, Mayagu.
Hello, sir, Baba.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mayagu, Baba.
Good afternoon to you too.
BJ talking from London. Yeah.
K, is that K you said?
BJ.
It's BJ. Sorry about that. So, Baba BJ, Baba, we have been on this and people have... go on, oh.
Yeah, Baba. Mayagu, I want to ask, do you think the British, they are the ones selecting our president for us in that contraption? Do you think maybe this vote, this vote in Nigeria, because to me, I see what they do is election, not election. And I believe the British are the ones selecting our political leaders for us, just to keep one Nigerian going. Okay. Because why do they need to come to Chatham House?
Is that a question for me, or is just
a question? It's a question, Baba. It's a question.
But you know, I wouldn't know. But when they don't. What I think they do is that they do influence who becomes the leaders in Nigeria, one way or the other. They do. But the chunk of who becomes Nigeria president or not is within the ranks and file of all these guys and some others that we don't see. That's why I said maybe they do influence it. But have they managed to enable the shenanigans going on in that place? Yes, that makes them culpable. But I don't think they have that strong presence to determine who becomes Nigeria president.
And because I think they play this psychology reverse, because recently this guy they call Montenegro, I don't know, the new High Commission to Nigeria, he says Tinubu is doing good job, because I remember the lady that she lost her Twitter comment section because of the Biafra, because when it's close to the election, they always come out to tell us to get our PVC. that we should go and vote for the right person. They encourage, I think the way they conduct election in the UK, the way they do in Nigeria.
It's not.
Because about me, I don't believe in one Nigeria. I don't believe in anybody. But look, let's assume now Peter Obi decide to be that election. Can Peter Obi be a good president? Yes, very well. Yes. Can Showore be a good president? Yes, Baba. They can. But to me, nothing inside this one Nigeria. Let's assume Showore did 4 years. He transformed Nigeria to small London. Peter Obi too did 4 years. He turned Nigeria to small California. What about the next, this constitution, the next one that's going to be there? Would they destroy everything? This is the common sense thing that we need to
so that the
truth we need to tell ourselves.
issue shouldn't be the focus on who late. It is the system. I mean, like, how do you produce that system?
Exactly, Baba, but there's no that system. There's no system. We keep figuring ourselves, Baba.
And is that not what we have been saying as well? That no matter how much you try to say you are electing your leader, no, you are not electing them. You are just validating a process that is
Baba,
so
this
flawed.
one Nigerianist always led me to think as if maybe I'm a madman.
You are not.
No,
you are thinking above their thinking great, Baba. People can't waste time to. Don't you know that a lot of people they have subcontracted their thinking ability to other people. When they talk, they will say,
yes.
Baba Adewoye said, I said, what do you say? What do you say about that? You see, it was even though Baba Oyedepo, even Baba Kinikon, even Kinikon says, what do you say? You don't you have anything you want to say? I agree with them. Whatever they say, people barely think.
Mama, do you even know? I'm listening, Baba. Do you know what they are not even doing now? So even you said everything while ago. Do you know Nigerians now? They are even tackling Wike now because of El-Rufai. That El-Rufai was the best minister than Wike.
It is called Stockholm syndrome. And that's why we said that people actually love their oppressors. They love and hate their oppressors than they actually care about Nigeria. Like, genuinely.
Yes, you are very right, Baba. Nobody can save them in that contraption. As you always say, nobody can save them there. So if I see any of these activists that come like, oh, I want to fight, because if I hear them saying that Nigeria is our country, let's fight for this, we have no place. But I always look at those people that say that, are these people normal? You know how people in Soleno, do they even know the meaning of Nigeria? Okay, if you have a typical one Nigerian is that we are a patriotic Nigeria, oh, God bless Nigeria, oh, Giants of Africa, Jollof, all these super Eagles that we do with. Okay, what is the definition of Nigeria? Give me the definition. I want to love this Nigeria the way you have it. Put it on ground. They will gaslight. They will start speaking their colonial English. They will wrap it up and fight you and return to course and they
I'll begin to ask you, what have you done for Nigeria? You always come here and condemn. You always talk. Okay, what have you done for Nigeria to be better? I say,
they will gaslight and turn it around.
It is not my job to make Nigeria better. It is not my job at all. You know whose job it is to make Nigeria better? Those you are giving that power to. And you know why it is their job, right? A society with law has separated everybody's role. I have my role. They have their roles.
Yes.
I can't be paying my roles. Playing my own role and paying my taxes, doing my everything not to be a criminal, not to break the law. Why those ones who are supposed to uphold the law by living uprightly themselves are a bunch of criminals who breaks the law at will. And then when they broke the law, destroyed the economy, destroyed the defense of the country, you are asking me what have I done to make Nigeria better? Are you mad, Dini? Because that's how it is, Baba. I'll be like, what do you want me to do? Build road, build schools, pay salaries, fix the economy. There are people saddled with that. And if somebody like me is complaining that they are not doing their part, you are asking me what have I done to make Nigeria better? Nigerians are sick. Some of them are very sick in that way. And education didn't help them. Education didn't help them.
Yes. Education didn't help them, Baba. They are only good speaking this English as their colonial English. They are good in it so much. We have to be really and they always use their English to defend their oppressors. That's what I thought, But they always think because they can speak that English, they are very intelligent and
that's it's called gaslighting. They don't even speak. It's not even about the English. It's gaslighting. You are supposed to be a citizen, right? You are complaining about something that is not right. The right thing is not for anybody to come in and begin to gaslight you and begin to say, what have you done? Even you yourself, even if it's you that is there, you will do worse than them. Why are you gaslighting me? I'm not there. I'm not the one. We are talking about the ones who are there now. Let's talk about them. Everybody is the same. All of them are the same. I'm talking about these ones now. This one, when everybody is the same. Nigerians are typically like that. You know that.
Yes, Baba.
It is not because they are educated or they have grammars. No. It's called gaslighting. It's there. Gaslighting, yeah. You get? Make you feel bad. Yes. Make you feel like, you know, lead to make you yourself. Feel guilty. Shut up your mouth. You don't know what you're talking about. Even wrong.
Exactly. You know? Exactly. Baba.
BJ.
Thank you, Marigo.
God bless you, Baba. Yeah. Shall take it easy.
Amen, Baba.
Have a good
one. Bye.
Yes, sir. So I have another caller on the line. And please, if you are still with us, like the broadcast, you know, share it. And then you can also call in. We still have like half an hour to go. Hello.
Baba.
Baba.
It is me, AY from California.
It is AY from Cali. Baba, you get that for me this morning.
No, a lot of Americans will call today because today is 4th of July. So one of us, we are chilling.
That, you know, they say you are on holiday this morning. This morning, is it national?
4th of July, American Independence Day.
Oh dear, how did I not know that? Anyway, so happy anniversary.
Thank you, everybody. Everybody is a free day today.
Oh, brilliant. So that's good. And no wonder we have so many of us in this morning. But here we are at the crossroads again, where people are trying to hold us, that they want to save us.
See, I am watching all their clown plays. You see, anyhow they do their coalition or no coalition, it is the bedrock of exactly what will happen to Nigeria. See, the destruction of Nigeria, right?
Yes, sir.
It is in the horizon. Anybody that have a common sense can easily see the downfall of Nigeria. See, I will tap into what African Wahala said at the beginning, like after when you open the phone. And also all the callers, everybody that called in, everybody have a 100% valid point. Everybody. So what African Wahala said, these people have, like the people in that coalition, is like they have like a personal beef with Koolu. And it's true. When you take a look at when Koolu was running for presidency, right? He was using all these APC boys.
That's right.
Amaechi, El-Rufai, all these other guys. When Koolu decided to go to Chatham House, Koolu Dabogun said,
you get? He made El-Rufai, the Kaduna little finger, felt so important, Baba. Exactly. He said team chip. They thought El-Rufai would become the secretary to the government of Nigeria. Then they waited. It didn't make him. Then they said, okay, he was going to be the super minister. Then he didn't make him minister. Baba, here we are.
As soon as Koolu becomes the president,
you get
all of
you don't go. Oh, you're shocked. Let's say everybody. All of them.
Yeah. All of you. And I'm going to put my own people in there.
See?
That's why all of them are now ganging up on Koolu, that they will do everything to remove Koolu by all means. Now, Koolu is now looking at all of them. All of you think you are smart.
You get
the correlation.
Something we don't do together before you won't do them to me.
All the correlation that all of you are saying that you are correlating. 80% of all the people inside that correlation are still Koolu's boys. Koolu have them in his payroll. But they are not saying they are APC. They are saying they are correlating. But deep down in their mind, all of them are inside Koolu's payroll.
Like playing the role, like Datti said that this whole script, this whole thing, there's so much skepticism about it. There's so much still so early that it looks so much like a thiefnubu playbook.
Thank you. Datti was right. Datti understand. That you understand. This correlation that you guys are doing, you guys are giving Sakolu red carpet to the next shot to the presidency. That's exactly what you guys are doing. If you guys thought
Obi being their candidate or flag bearer, could that change that for any reason? Or now everybody go lule?
My Baba, I don't know. There was one caller. I don't know, maybe it was the 2 callers or 3 callers before I called in.
Right.
That caller mentioned that Atiku will not sit down and let Peter Obi collect the flag like Koleshele. Atiku will never allow Obi to collect the flag. That caller was 100% right. That's why I said everybody that have called into this show today, everybody are 100% correct.
They have their point.
Everybody are correct. Nobody missed target. Everybody are spot on. Everybody's spot on. Atiku that has been chasing presidency how many times now?
Since
5 or 6
1990.
times. Imagine. He will now sit down for one.
But what if he now shocks everybody? Like everybody believes that Atiku is actually driving this coalition for himself, right? Now, what if you wake up tomorrow and they say Atiku endorsed Amaechi, so he's not running? What would the reaction be then? Would people begin to feel like, if I say a different Atiku don't do, if I say true, Tinubu don't choke these people, that at this point, they are actually ready to let anything go just to get rid of him. What do you think the reaction will be around that time?
The reaction will be shocking.
It will be shocking, right?
Yes, but this is the thing again. Right. This is one thing about Maegu. Don't forget that Atiku have a personal beef with Obasanjo.
I know.
Don't forget. Atiku wants to be a president. Atiku wants to be a president and show Obasanjo Pepe. Don't see all of them. You see all
even if guys, it's just going to be one time, they won't mind.
You see all these guys, right? They are not chasing that presidency for just chasing reason. No. They are chasing that presidency to have the ultimate power and chase and flog their enemy.
It's never for the people.
Can you understand?
I know.
Now, the Nigerians are the pond. They are
on their chess table.
They are the ones that they are using to catch the fish in the water. That's the Nigerians. If they need to catch the biggest fish, they will try to rally around more Nigerians to catch that big fish that they want to catch. Now, once they catch that big fish, all the ones are useless already. They will take all the ones and throw it on the thing. Birds will come and pick them like flies.
Do you remember that time when people were saying it was their vote that removed Jonathan and brought in Buhari? Exactly. And they said if Buhari no perform, they will go vote him out in 2019. How did that go?
So now
it didn't go as planned.
That is why I said anything that they are doing with their correlation, Tinubu coming back a second time in 2027, everything is the tunnel vision to the destruction of Nigeria. Destruction of
that is the grey line. That is the grey line in their dark sky in here, Abi.
You see all the madness that all of them are doing. Me, I don't care about their madness. Me, I'm just focusing on that ultimate
the aftermath. What this is going to give birth to.
Because look, if Sakolu lose the 2027 election, this is what Sakolu is going to do. Don't forget that Sakolu still has his own voice in the north. That they will do everything in their power to make sure Sakolu come back.
Of course, now I mean those ones who are benefiting right now, cashing out in billions and billions.
I.e. their commander Gongo in the north, Shitty Man. Everybody are forgetting Shitty Man in this picture. I don't know why people are not. Everybody, I don't know why people are not mentioning Shitty Man. Shitty Man is a very, very hero. You see that this man, Shitty Man, has not said anything for the past couple of months.
But they want to remove him or replace him.
So Shitty Man, and don't forget that everybody know how Shitty Man is so dirty, and everybody know where his name has been linked to. All these terrorists in the north. Shitty Man is like their chairman. So now, if Sakolu lose election in 2027, Shitty Man can easily wake all the terrorists in Nigeria. Oh yeah, everywhere.
But why would he do that? When they are already talking about replacing him with somebody else. You are saying if he's never replaced, now, okay, I get you. If he's not replaced, like they go to their 2027 and they got trounced, and then, yeah?
Exactly.
Let me tell you something, Baba. Let me tell you something. When that time come, right, if by any error that thiefnubu, you see this is their 2027, it is for thiefnubu to lose. Do you know why? He's got all the tools. It doesn't need people's election. It just needs few of them to line up somewhere, maybe they take their pictures, make their videos, on social media, pretend to be voting. That's the validation they need. You get that now?
Yeah.
So,
and already got that.
Yeah, Koolu will announce himself. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
So, if Shitty Man is dropped for any reason, thiefnubu's demise is going to be very quick. However, if he stays on, like you said, Nelly, remain a team and the power they can't let go. They've done everything, and right before their very eyes, everything begins to collapse because it happens, right? There's something I'm going to say to you. There was a time they told us, right? There was a time they told us that it is better not to let Jonathan go. There are this conspiracy. I don't know if you remember, and I'm reminding you now, right? So you remember that time when the Niger Delta militants threatened Nigeria that if Jonathan loses, they will blow out the pipeline.
Yes.
Guess what?
Now,
immediately, you know, that happened. They were among those who first congratulated Buhari. You know why? Because there was this pipeline contract. You know it now. Pipeline contract that Egbere Jolantan already at the time was planning to split among all the militants. Take it from Tompolo. When Bokwari came and others, they told them that as long as Bokwari won't touch their pipeline contracts, Jonathan, their brother, to hell with him. That's what they said. They said to hell with him. When thiefnubu gets kind of like a trounce and they do mistake, go announce them. Because that's where his power is, to make sure that he's never announced. But if they do mistake, announce them, thiefnubu will be left. You know, he bought most people around him now. People who are around thiefnubu don't really love thiefnubu per se. Most of them are just because what they are getting. They will leave it before evening.
Now I have a question.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yes,
before I get.
No, add it. Interesting.
Yes. Now I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now that we have analyzed that first, we have analyzed that first.
No, just talking from experience. So thiefnubu is mad. I get you. Go on.
Now that we have said all that place, right?
Yes,
we have already said the first. Now the second phase is this. What will and this is my question for you.
Yes, sir.
If Tinubu now rig himself in as the president again, what's going to happen to Nigerians?
Well, like I said the election is for him to lose or win.
How will Nigerians now react?
You see now let's say he has rigged himself in, right? We know the process.
Is that revolution going to kickstart from there?
It is what we are now, and it is what we are now envisaging. Go on.
Nobody will accept it. And that is where it is strong. And that is why I'm saying anything that they do, anything, all of them,
it's all tilting towards that.
Everything is on one direction. The downfall of that country.
You are not wrong.
You see where I'm coming from.
I am with you. What will bring about that is they agreed. You remember, they agreed for power.
On the other side,
right?
You know, I'm waiving all options because Nigeria. If you don't weigh all the options, you are deceiving yourself.
You're gonna be trapped in the loop.
You have to pour everything on the table and pick pieces, everything, and now look at where is the ultimate goal.
And
that's why I'm saying any angle that you take it, correlation no correlation no. Tinubu win yo, Atiku
a lose no green anything. Last we won't see how. Yeah, I get you, Baba.
Last, everything is an eternal vision of destruction.
And the self-destruct button that we once talk about on this platform seems to have been pressed already. But now let's see how they are going to.
And you know what's crazy? Maegu?
Yes, sir.
The politicians are the one that will press the on button.
They have already, in my own opinion. They have. Because, I mean, you just said it yourself, right? You said that this whole thing is about power. And they will do anything for that power, including if they have to kill Nigerians for it.
They are the one that will use their hand to push to press the start button.
You know?
Thank you.
AY, it's been an interesting convo, Baba. Thank you so much for you took me everywhere. And guess what? What makes your conversation so interesting is that Some people agree with you on some, and they disagree with you on some, and I'm reading their comments as they are reacting to all of that. So that's interesting.
They can agree and they can disagree.
It's normal.
All of us is in the same bus stop. All of us, I'm abundant in the same bus stop.
Eventually, God bless you. You take it easy, Baba.
So anybody that disagree, I take their disagreement as a credit. Thank you for disagreeing. If you agree, I appreciate you. All of us now the same bus stop.
Eventually.
All of us.
You get
everybody that
thank you so much, okay? You have a very wonderful holiday, all right? And my regards. Baba. Yes, sir. So that's AY from Kali. And indeed, that's what makes Mayegun's Diary political interesting. You're going to listen to people as much as they have the right to their own opinion, and you're going to sit down there and be like, I disagree with that. What do you do in that situation? You pick up your phone and tell us, or you have to tell us what you disagree with and what is the alternative view, just to kind of add to it. I have a caller on the line here. Hello. Are you still? Oh, bless you. Are you still there? You might be muted, though. Can you hear me? Oh. Okay. Let's try it again. Bravo says. So the line is back on. And here is a caller. We're almost done now. We only have just about 15 minutes to go. So let's make the best of it. Hello.
Hi, how are you doing? Good morning.
Good morning, Ma. How are you?
I'm good. I'm not going to keep you much longer.
Well,
since you say you have just 2 minutes to go.
No, just to see if we can probably get one or two more. But yeah, let's have yours. Let's have it.
Okay.
Yes.
Happy Independence to all my American people.
Happy Independence to happy July 4th to Americans.
Yes.
Here right
yes.
now.
Happy July 4th.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Go on, ma'am.
Yeah. So I'm going to go off tangent for like today. I'm not going to.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So you know what is being said, like north, south, east or west, home is the best, right?
That's right.
Okay. So me and you will come from the same contraption.
From that they say from that black pot came our own white pap. Not far from it.
Yeah.
So from it, go on, ma'am.
Yes, we are from the same contraption. So can we really call that a home?
Hard, very hard to.
Okay.
As much as it's also very hard not to call it a home, because that's where most of our hearts are, where we have our loved ones, people we care so much for, that we have to become so worried for, you know?
Exactly. So now, So now, if you are to maybe pack and go back home, back to Nigeria, would you be like, hey, I'm going back home? Yeah, I'm going back home. Would you do that?
Nah, except if I have a terminal this and I'm just going to go and spend the rest of you get what I mean? So that I'll just frankly just go have peace. And that's a very tough thing to say because, see, that's a tough question you just asked me right now because it is something that actually motivated me to do this. I was like, hey,
exactly.
I left Nigeria.
That is where I'm going to.
You get what I mean? I was like, I left Nigeria because, for this reason or that reason. And somehow, from when I was growing up, it used to be something that when you go out, go on also and you come back, even if you go for education, you eventually expect to come back, bring whatever you have earned or gained, bring it back and invest it here. That used to be the kind of like dream until these criminals made Nigeria inhabitable for a lot of us that we chose to stay back. So how many years are we going to stay back? Go on, ma'am.
Exactly. So you see that all along we've been running away because our so-called home is unbearable for us to stay because very few people are making it that way for us. Now, for those of us that are on this side of the world, we may be facing, we're going back home when we are not ready.
No.
For my people that we are here together, I don't know if they are paying attention. And for me, what bothers me is that I have lived. What about my children that were born here? All they know is here. How do you expect me to take them to that place? See, since yesterday I've not slept good. I'm currently at work, but I am not good.
I'm so sorry. And this is what some people don't understand,
And
the
this is the same thing that
psychological
we
and the
have been
mental
talking years
impact.
and years on your platform. This is what your platform is doing years after years after years.
That's
and
right.
People are so docile about it. Nobody is taking, we are just like, indifferent. But now, if we are asked to go back home mandatorily, what are we going to do? We'll all pack our kids that don't know that. For we,
do you know what I do say
what
to
about
people,
the children?
Do you know what I do say to people at this junction, right? What you just said right now. I used to ask people to just close their eyes, right? Like a lot of us who have achieved so much. The majority of us have actually, we are living the life that we once dreamed of. Do you get that? A lot of us. But if you close your eyes, if you are living outside Nigeria and you ask yourself that, let's assume that you close your eyes right now and you open it, and yourself, your family, everyone, they are right there in Nigeria. What will be your first reaction? If it is panic, you should understand that those who made Nigeria a panicky place for you, they are still at it. And you should be interested.
Yes.
Go on, ma'am.
Yes. And you see, my own thing is like the hardship and everything, yes. But the worst one is the insecurity because there's no safe place. You can't even grow your own food. You can't do nothing. So I fully understand what people in Nigeria are going through. I do, because the last time I went home was 2022.
Wow, not far.
And I have refused to go back. They're not far though, but I have refused because when I went home, I can't even go out. Because I don't know if I'm going to be the next.
You can't even go out picnicking, enjoying the weather, travel the countryside, see all those fantasies that we've had when we're growing up. See the country. No.
I was in Abuja, went to the east, flew to the east, I came back. I couldn't go to Kaduna and all those areas. I couldn't really go to my own place, and all that. So now, if we are asked now to be like, okay, yeah, you are here legally, your children are, citizens, but then now all these things, because a bill has been passed and now nobody is sure what is going on.
No one is. No one.
So now Nigerians, have we seen what we have done for ourselves? Me inclusive. We
shall see.
Can we look in what and say we have done enough? My God, I no sleep yesterday. And I know that you are no sleep.
And I can imagine.
I no sleep.
But you have to do everything.
Yes.
To make sure that 1, you eat. 2, you sleep. Because you know something, ma. Even if you sleep, when you wake up, whenever you wake up, this Nigeria problem will remain. It's still there waiting. Do you get what I mean now? So that is why the only thing everybody should endeavor to do, no matter how little, is that get involved. If you are someone who believes that Nigeria still have a chance, then what? Don't sit on the fence. Join them fully and fight for whatever others are also fighting for. So that at least you get to know that you play your part. And who knows if it's going to count, right? So, but the first thing first is that eat and please sleep, because the problem no they finish.
I work with Kenyan people, and we kind of talk, and they were like, "Man, it's only going down there in Kenya. Kenya has to reform." But what are our own people doing? You see, that is what I'm saying. Even if they ask us for logistics from here, we're ready to supply. But they'll tell you, "Oh, you come back first." You see.
Because most of those who actually say that to people, they are those who are, in bed with the oppressors, the gaslighters. My lady, thank you so much.
But how many of them are okay? Thank you so much, my lady.
No, thank you very much for your time. So let me wrap it, because we're going to get ready for the evening as well. So it's been a pleasure, ma. Okay.
All right.
You have a good afternoon.
Thank you so much.
And you too.
And you too. Bye.
Yes, ma'am. So it's that 2 hours. So don't let me exhaust the energy. I appreciate everyone who has called in to add their own piece. And to those of you who have been very busy engaging yourselves in the comment section, this is what being involved is all about. You are going to be informed. And they say an uninformed mind is a deformed mind. So when you are informed, right, there is a chance that you will be making decisions based on informed mind. And I told people, I said, people are cherry picking, right? They are cherry picking what they think is bad, is bad, is bad, and then it's worse, horrible, or terrible, and all of that stuff. So they're cherry picking. You can't cherry pick when you are dealing with career criminals because you are their victims. You are their victims. We are the victims. But some say, are we victims or enablers? Maybe not all of us are victims after all. There are those of you who are indeed in bed with these criminals. But there's something to get reminded of, right? It is, there is always a very, very, very bad consequences for bad behaviors. And you can't wish it away. You can't pray it away. You just have to end it. End enabling it, tolerating it. I'll see you later this evening. Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Mayegun dayari political. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gómìnà kówó jẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti dọba lórí abínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.